My name is Marcus Taylor. I attend Whitehaven High School. I play football in class 2021.
Signee to Tennessee State University, HBCU, running back. How has the journey been so far, man?
Coming through COVID, at the beginning of COVID, I really didn't know what my chances of going to college was actually. Besides academically, athletically, I was kind of looking at it like, man, maybe I could just go to school, be a full-time student, but I just kept going, kept praying, and kept persevering. And now, next year, the same time around, Corona actually started on, ended up being committed.
Glad that we got straight to the point because you've already kind of did several interviews and stuff like that, and a lot of people know your story and the background, just as far as like the injuries that you dealt with, being in Whitehaven. Now, we kind of want to get a little bit more into depth about that. Ninth grade, you at Whitehaven, right?
Yep, 9th through 12.
How ninth grade? How was that?
From middle school to high school was a really hard summer for me because middle school conditioning was nothing like high school conditioning. That first summer, almost that first week, we was 20 stairs, track, and it was just a dog workout the whole time. So if you weren't really, I say, prepared for it, then it'll show. It changed me.
Ninth grade, you was really transitioning over from the middle school to the high school level. 10th grade year, how was that?
10th grade year, I came in more acclimated because I had been training with Sports Life, Steven, and then Shabazz, and my dad, Coach James. So I was more acclimated to the conditioning and stuff that they was giving us. So it was almost like a breeze, but it was still a little tough, but it was better than what it was a year before.
The 11th grade year, I know for sure, specifically before I get your take on it, 11th grade year, got college coaches coming in. They're a little bit more interested in what you can do, what you can bring to the program. The 11th grade year, this is a big year for you. 2021, this your junior year. You got another year, the senior year, to pretty much solidify, stamp yourself from what you would have done your 11th grade year in Whitehaven versus Ridgeway, right?
Second
game of the year. I'm at the game. I'm on Ridgeway side recording, but I'm there for the squad. But before halftime, right? Before halftime.
Second quarter, about 2 minutes.
Second quarter, right before halftime, you go out like a little flare, screen or something like that, catch the ball, take off about 5 or 10 yards, get tackled from behind.
Yep.
What happened?
I broke my tibia, my right tibia, right leg. Really, I just what went through my head, like that whole week, I was just talking to more and more schools, and like it was a point of mine where I was just laying on the ground. I was like, man, why? Like why me? Because a few months before that, actually in May, what people really don't know, I broke my arm too. I had surgery on my arm too, so I was in a cast. So like I really got released 2 or 3 weeks before we played Ridgeway for the second game, and I ended up breaking my leg. So it was just hard mentally. That was the biggest part. Physically, I was back walking in probably like a month and a half, but it was just the mental part, like, man, just going to the games and like me being on crutches, just seeing the game, like, man, I can really be in helping them or making a difference. So they really kind of like had me down for a little minute, but that's the biggest part of just mental. People really don't look at the mental part of it, injury. They just look at the physical part, like, man, how you been doing? You been walking, all that, but nobody really asks like how you feel, like how you feel, how your mind is. So that was just the biggest part of the recovery process for me.
And throughout that recovery process, when you first initially had the injury, like, how was recruiting after that?
Recruiting actually, like the Saturday of August 31st, the day I had my surgery, that was the day where coaches can actually start reaching out to 11th graders. And in the recruiting process, which was gonna be actually the next day, the day I had surgery. So after that, my recruiting like kind of went down because everybody was waiting on to see what I was gonna do for 11th grade. Because the whole summer, people just was talking about Marcus Taylor, running back, Whitehaven. So everybody was just waiting on me to actually crank up, and for that to be my season. I ain't hear from a lot of coaches for a long time, and I was just down because of that too. Recruiting went down, I went down, so man, it was just a big missing piece to the puzzle.
And then moving forward to the 12th grade year, You back off an injury, you know, you kind of pretty much, like you said, it didn't take you a lot of time physically to recover from the injury.
Right.
And then boom, COVID hit. What's going through your mind?
I had planned on actually coming in this spring, coming back to school this January when I was actually back working out. I was at 205 when I got hurt. I got up to about 230. I was back down to 215, 210. And I was just planning on going to numerous camps because they had brought them back out and told me I could still come and stuff like that. I kept getting invites, rivals and all that type of stuff. And I actually didn't participate because, like, physically I wasn't ready. Like, everybody was like, the coach was like, man, you just need to sit out. And actually the next week, that's when COVID started. So it just hit extra hard.
Okay, and then moving forward from there, you know, with your 12th grade year, boom, COVID hit, don't have a season, don't really have that chance again
sure.
to really,
solidify.
To like solidify, stamp and approve yourself. Your 12th grade year, you know, coaches might kind of start falling off a little bit because they can't do anything. Again, like we said, COVID was more of a global thing. It just didn't impact the specific people. Everybody was impacted by this. But then again, like I said, we go back to your 12th grade year. They say, hey, we might have a season, we might not. For you know it, it's September, October, November, December, man. Look, ain't no season going on. So yeah, again, like I said, 12th grade season here, don't really have that chance to solidify and stamp yourself. You know, the same as how it was 11th grade year due to injury, but this time it's not due to injury. Like, kind of explain to us how they really truly made you feel, like, especially like with your senior year kind of being taken away like that. What did you do to overcome that and get over that?
Honestly, on the mental aspect, I was just more focused on the mental aspect than the physical, because I was just working out every day. That's all I could do. We got out of school almost March, so I was just working out every day consistently. So, man, it was just the mental part, just praying and just listening, and God telling me, you know, calm down. It's gonna be okay in the end. So I just kept listening, believing, had faith in it. So that's how I overcame that.
Athletes out here, they kind of, you know, that's younger, that's kind of looking up to you, looking up to a lot of other older athletes that kind of want to fall in your footsteps, especially at Whitehaven. I know Whitehaven, Coach Salisbury keep a roster, a team loaded full of athletes, and it may be a 9th, 10th, 11th grade over there. It was like, man, I want to be just like Marcus, you know, when I get older, as far as like being in a position to be the starting running back. Like, what type of advice would you give that kid?
Honestly, just stay in the lab. You really can't take no days off. Honestly, if you want to be there, just don't feel no pressure, because you know a lot of running backs that have been through our school. Mark Dawson, Cam Sneed, we had a lot of big time running backs come through our school. Just take pressure out your vocabulary, point blank period, because ain't no such thing as pressure. When you use pressure, diamonds come out of this. So, man, just keep working, stay in the lab, man. Listen, be coachable. Always be obedient to coaching, because you never know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? So just keep working.
Okay, cool. Appreciate that, man. Al, thank you, brother.